Hi stars, zoom in cameraman.
Sorry, Lays. Please don't lock me in the basement again.
I'm throwing you in the basement. Can you just get a perfect shot of me for once?
You're so annoying, you little.
Hi stars, I'll be ranking your diabolical confessions in today's video. Sorry for being inactive on YouTube. School has been getting in the way a lot. Also, I'm trying to raise Robux for an edit competition at the end of the month. If you'd like to donate, it's in the description, smiley face. Anyways, let's get on with the video. Over here, I'll be showing you the tiers. This tier is for confessions that aren't strange. This one is for confessions that are slightly odd. Something is weirdly suspicious in this confession. Alright, that's definitely a weird one. At this point, you should have just kept the confession to yourself. Confessions in this tier are wild. I'm concerned. What were you thinking with that confession? I suggest you go seek professional help. This is getting out of hand. So, Elvira, let's see your confession.
Okay, so when I was a kid, I was around like 7 or 8. I forgot, but who cares, so like my dad introduced this dude to me. He was super handsome, he was 12 and I was around 7, 8. Let's just call him TBGB as in data, and joking. So I accidentally had a crush on him. You can't blame me TBH. He was so handsome. I can't resist it and I tried to get his attention many times and it was super embarrassing as my best friend liked him too when she was the same age as me one.
Emma put this in tier 2 because I've definitely seen weirder, OD groundbreaking stuff. What's next? Water is wet.
Get out!
New tier. Okay, in GMM2, let's see this.
So there was this time I was at Walmart and I was buying cookies or WN like that, and while walking I seen this girl and her friend and it was very hot in that Walmart. I could have sworn I seen her friend's lace lifting to when we get to the register. They was in front of me, mind you, it was hot, so her lace glue was practically melting. There was a sudden gush of wind and her lace flew off. I ducked so fast to cover my laughter. Sorry if ITS long.
OMGG, that's so funny. I literally burst out laughing while reading this. But bro, that's crazy, so Emma give you a tier 5. I have a feeling this is gonna be wild. I had a dream where I was drifting in deep space with no body, a decomposing skeleton. I couldn't talk, one couldn't think, I couldn't even move. Also, I think I got my friend put on a list by accident. What the skibidi sigmas?
Hello guys. I called the meeting because Justin is acting suspicious.
Yeah, bro, he looks suspicious. We should vote him out.
Yeah, I saw him near Orange's dead body.
How could you guys vote me? I'm literally not the imposter.
You guessed it, I'm putting number for at kinda sus, because that dream is weird. This confession better be good.
One time I went to Wendy's and I asked for a 6-piece chicken nuggets. I also reminded them 3 times, but when they gave me my order the chicken nuggets weren't there. Because of this I crashed out so hard to the point I was mad for the whole week. This isn't really that bad angle.
How could this Wendy's worker forget your chicken nugget when you reminded her 3 times? I think number 5 is very questionable. I love chicken nuggets, and if anyone did that to me, I would slap them right across the face. I have something to tell you, Carmo.
You should reset character now and give somebody else a piece of that oxygen and ozone layer that's covered up so we can breathe inside this blue trapped bubble. Get out!
Really? Do I gotta do this again?
Get the out of here! Oh!
OH, look, it's the same person, Australiable, except this time they actually wrote a confession.
Why Once upon a time, when I was 4 liters used to play with knife when my parents wasn't around there, so I accidentally stabbed someone with knife, which got them leg injury. My parents immediately paid the fine to the police. I didn't know it would hurt a person because I was 4 at that time.
I'm in the thick of it, everybody knows. They know me where it sells, I see it and it grows. I don't know nothing but no ice, I'm just cold. 40 something, really something so high and so. From the screen to the ring, to the pen, to the key. Where's my crown, that's my bling, oh, come on, ring. See, I believe that if I see it, smashing the ceiling, cause I'm reaching for God. This is how the story goes.
All jokes aside though, that is wild. Baguette.
Gada, oh, I've been married a long time ago. Where do you come from? What year to go? What do you come from? Bacalado.
I was 4, my brother was 1. We were in the car waiting for my mom when I strangled my brother with a scarf because he didn't want to play dress up with me. When I saw my mom come back, I panicked and was scared of getting in trouble, so I tried to drive the car, and I wouldn't leave the driver's seat until my mom yeeted me out.
Ain't no way bro tried to drive a car. Diabolical little kid. The fact that you strangled your brother with a scarf too deserves 7th tier. Okay, this is kinda long, so get your popcorn. Pavika, this better be interesting.
Cameraman Lays, when will you let me out of the basement? I have a family to see, a wife and 3 kids.
Bro, you're literally 5. Get back down into the basement before I come and beat your AHH. I'm gonna summarize this because CapCut doesn't allow me to add the text-to-speech because it's too many words.
A few months ago, I returned from my cousin's long wedding with a mountain of pending work. I was terrified of punishment from my strict teachers, so I decided to hide in the washroom. Unfortunately, they found me just before the last period ended.
Dang, you stayed in the bathroom for 8 periods. How long were you in there? I'm gonna put this confession at questionable. I would never have the courage to do that ever. Really? Lil bro, you're not funny. This doesn't even belong in the tier list. It belongs out the window. What the Sigma?
I framed a kid for doing Sims bad and got away with it. I basically wrecked the classroom and luckily there was no cameras. I told the teacher that this kid had planned to do this and they told me. The teacher believed me and that kid got expelled. It was funny at the time but crazy to think about now.
You got a kid expelled. I feel bad for the kid. But wow, that's honestly crazy. I'm going to keep this at tier 6 because you didn't suspend the kid, you literally expelled him.
I hate Gen Alpha and I am almost a part of it. I was gonna write some long essay.
Packball, I fully agree with you. The amount of brain rot I see on my five every day. I'm going to put this at perfectly normal, just because I feel like a lot of people can agree on this. Sigh, I hope this is another normal confession.
I simp for a globule of water character and object show character, specifically Watery from BN.
Hey, we're matching names Smiley Face. Okay, let me read this confession. It better be good moons.
I was gonna make a toasted bread with cheese. I go for 5 minutes away. I see my little brother eating it. I jumped on the table and gave him a dropkick and my dad was just looking at me in disbelief.
What? All of that for a toasted bread with cheese? These confessions are starting to get scary. I'll this confession at odd because yeah, this one really made me mad to the point where I won't even read it. Straight to the tier. I want an interesting confession.
So one time in playtime or recess, I saw the whole school crowded in the edible garden. I walked over there and asked someone what was happening and they said that 2 of my classmates had a freaking wedding. The teachers were freaking out and I thought I was involved like WHAT. Apparently, many people got invited.
I'm feeling my inner skibidus come out with this confession. A wedding at school, and the teachers were just standing there like, gotta keep this in tier 7. This looks interesting. I'm gonna summarize it though because it's too long.
I joined in on hallway tag at school and tagged someone. That led to a kid getting kicked, flying over a sofa, and landing on the floor in pain. I pretended nothing happened and quietly left. No one's brought it up since.
I couldn't process that for a moment WW had at that. I'm gonna put this at questionable because I'm concerned about how fast the escalated. Choco, interesting. Let me read this real quick.
My mom was making beef bacon specifically. I didn't think it was raw and I ate one it was raw.
I picked this tier because I think everyone has at least eaten one raw thing before. Or is it just me? Finally, the last confession. Waffles, you better not disappoint me.
When I was around 8, I went to my friend's house and she had a super duper squabbly super duper penguin lip gloss. So I told her I love penguins and if she has anything penguin get it. She said no, so I got her hanger, got all her pluzzies and hung them up against her bed. I colored the pluzzies eyes red and I remember putting on some music and she never messed with me that day.
That is very brutal. HM, I'm going to put this at tier 7. I feel bad for the plushie's sad face. Finally, I finished this video. I had a dance party. It took me 4.5 hours just to make this video. Thank you, Bob, my cameraman. And before I end the video, I just want to say that Beyonce, thank you for letting me make this video. You're such an inspiration. Please don't kill me, have mercy. Anyways, bye Pookies.